Hi guys, and welcome to Charlie Rose Knows. I am so excited to be coming at you guys today with some Chanel. Yes, it's happening. So, went to my local counter a couple of days ago. Wonderful lady on the counter. I haven't been on the Chanel counter for a couple of years now, actually. Had a bad experience that was due to me venturing on the counter on my own. Do not underestimate the power of sales assistants. There is nothing worse than going to make an investment in products and then finding that those products do not work for you. You cannot blame those products because they're not for your skin type. They are not for your skin tone. And that's what I did. I just completely went off the mark, went on the counter, did my own thing, spent hundreds of pounds, come home with things that I just couldn't even use, and it did put me off. It left a sour taste in my mouth. But yeah, having returned to the Chanel counter, I was very impressed, very impressed. So, for those of you that know me, I am a skincare and makeup junkie. I don't know why I keep collecting the stuff, but I just keep doing it. I'm not a professional makeup artist. This is just something I just like to do for fun. So, me and a friend were just milling around in Boots, and we happened to go past this counter, and I noticed a product that I'd actually used previously, and this thing is called the Soleil Tan de Chanel. Now, I was on the counter calling it the Soleil de Tan, and the lady, bless her, she really persevered with me. But as I can see now, it's the Tan de Chanel. I'm still getting used to pronouncing that, saying that, but we're finally here. Now, the reason why I was so intrigued about this product is because the lady on the counter explained to me, her name was Cynthia. Cynthia explained to me that this is a universal bronzer that can be used on all skin types and all skin shades. Now, I was very skeptical because, as you heard me mention earlier, I've used this product before to no avail. It was actually my mother's. I stole it. I don't endorse theft. I didn't literally steal it, but I borrowed the product and I didn't read up on it. I didn't look into it. I just thought, okay, I've never seen anything like this before, and I attempted to use it as a primer. Now, at the time, I was battling oily skin, the likes of which we haven't witnessed since the last BP scandal. It was bad. It was very bad. I mean, I don't know if you can see now, but I've got a slight shine happening already on the cheeks and on my nose. Now, that was like times 10,000. It was really bad. So I tried applying it, and I just got the product, opened it, got the jar, rubbed my fingers around, and just kind of, the first time I applied it with my fingers. It was cakey. It just added to the issue with the oil. It was uneven. I just couldn't understand why people were using this product. And then it gave me this ghastly hue, and I just thought, I will never use this product again. Now, I was very skeptical at the time. She said, sit down, I will put some on for you so you can see what this product is like. I explained to her that I'd used it previously and I didn't like the product. She then explained to me that a lot of people that have used it in the past, that, you know, that have come back on the counter and perhaps complained about it, she's had to explain to them that they're using it in the wrong way. So imagine, it's crucial that if you've got a product, you're using it in the way that it is intended to be used. Otherwise, you are going to have a bad time. So anyway, she then pulls out, bear with me guys, I need to go get my brush. I'll be right back. She then pulls this baby out. Now, this is the Petit Pin, I can't pronounce it, but it's basically their small kabuki brush. This thing was designed, I mean, this is the first time I'm opening this. How beautiful is that pouch? It comes in a little Chanel velvet pouch, which I think is very pretty. And what you do is, to apply the product, is you take your kabuki And you'll notice when you're looking at it, you think, oh, I got a kabuki at home, I can just use that. This brush is designed to be used with this formula. I have never, and I probably have about over £1,000 worth of brushes, and I was just convinced I didn't need this brush. For all the brushes that I own, none of them had this unusual tensile strength. You see that bouncing back? The bristles aren't folding, they're not bending, they're very strong. But then you've got this nice movement from side to side. So when you're blending, you've just got the perfect amount of movement, not too much, not too little. And there's no compromise. So when you're applying pressure, like this with the brush, you're not compromising, you're not going to distribute an uneven amount of product on your skin. You are constantly blending, but in the most even way you have ever seen a kabuki brush blend in your entire life. I can guarantee it. This brush is like nothing I have ever used before. And this explains why I had such a bad time with the Tan de Chanel. I'm not going to try and attempt to pronounce the other word in this product, but the Tan de Chanel, it requires, you need to be able to decant the product first of all, so you don't want to be using it direct from the pot. You want to take some out with like a makeup spatula. While you're on the Chanel counter, you can ask them to give you one of their spatulas, they'll be more than happy to give you one, and you just apply it to this side of your hand. You take your brush, you pick up some product from your hand, not from the makeup, not from the jar itself, from your hand. So that's what gives you that lovely even finish and ensures that you're picking up just the right amount of product for your skin. You can continue to build it, but again, you're just using those circular motions and buffing the product on. You can buff it everywhere. It will blend seamlessly. It's completely undetectable. It gives you, you know, you get some makeup formulas and it kind of puts a veil on your skin of either, I don't know, where you look a little too dewy or maybe too matte and it doesn't look natural. And you'd expect a bronzer to have like a certain iridescence about it to give you a luminosity. Now this gives you an undetectable luminosity. It's the kind of luminosity that looks very natural on the skin. It's just you on your best day. That's the only way I can describe it. It literally gives you you on your best day. I'm not even going to begin to put it on over a full face of makeup. You cannot put this over makeup. You can put it under makeup as a primer if you want to. I find that by the time I've applied all my layers of lacquer, there will be some serious love lost because I wouldn't want to waste this product like this. I would recommend this for people that, you know, if they don't want to wear a full face every day, or you're very low maintenance, or you're like me where it's all or nothing and you think, actually, I'd like a little something to make me feel, just, I don't know, take the harshness of reality off. This is the product to do it for you. It's so easy to work with. I'm tired of having to buy foundation after foundation after foundation because my skin tone changes so rapidly, especially in the summer months. I tan very easily. So I've gone through probably 3 or 4 shades this summer alone and spent almost £400 on foundation alone in my collection, which is an obscene amount of money to spend. So actually to spend, this retails at £40 in the UK. To spend £40 on something that is going to work for you across an entire, well, every range of skin tone, every possible skin tone that you could be in the year. Can you argue with that? Not really, you can't argue with that. I think the brush was also £40 as well. But again, very handy, very compact. You can stick that in your handbag along with this. It's very pretty. It's got the branding on the other side. So you can just, you know, You know, everybody likes, come on, if you're investing in something like this, you want to see the branding, you want to feel that it's a quality product and a nice metal casing, it's got a nice weight to it. But again, the reason why I invested in this brush, despite having invested in many others, is the fact just how the bristles are positioned, how soft they are, but they're firm at the same time. It picks up the perfect amount of product. It delivers the perfect amount of product to the skin. It doesn't absorb all your expensive foundation or your product. It's a brush that can actually be used with both dry and wet formulas. So you can use this with a powder consistency. You can use this with a liquid consistency. The thing about the Soleil de Tan or Soleil Tan de Chanel, did it again, is that it's like a strange, it's an unusual texture that I've never used before. It's like almost like a denser version of a mousse. So it can feel quite thick when you're decanting the product, you know, to apply it to your hand before applying it to the face. But as you're applying it and you're picking up with this brush, because you're only taking what you need, and the brush only delivers what the skin needs, it's undetectable not only visually but physically. You can't feel it on your face. Very minimal transfer as well, because you haven't got excessive product on the skin. So can't sing this product's praises enough. I had used it previously, but it was a demonstration for me that really sold it. And it's something that will definitely be a staple for me. If you would like to see me apply this, or if you do actually have this product and you're just baffled as to why it's not performing the way that you'd expect it to, do send me a message. Please get in touch or leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to do a demonstration of how this product goes onto the skin and show you how effortlessly it blends. Because it just works. It just works. While I was on the counter, she gave me some samples as well. For those of you mature skin ladies out there and gentlemen, if you're looking for a cleanser, now this is the thing, I want to say mature skin, and I want to say oily skin, and I want to say dry skin, and when I look at it, I think when it comes down to it, this is an all-rounder. This is a product that you can use on all skin types and textures. So this is the SUBLIMAGE Essential Comfort Cleanser. Now I've only got a sample of this, but I fully intend to go back and buy the full-size version. This sample, I think I've got about half of it left, and I've used it 3 days this week. So it goes a really long way, but that says a lot about the full-size product itself. It's a product that will take you a long way. Now the great thing about this cleanser is that it is so effective, you can use it to also remove your makeup. I always remove my makeup before I cleanse, just because I'll find, like, with heavier makeup, heavier foundations, heavier eyeshadows, waterproof mascaras, regular cleansers just don't do it for me. I have to use something that packs a punch. It either has like oils in it to kind of break down, you know, the thicker products. But with the SUBLIMAGE, it turns into, as you're applying it, so you take it out, it comes out as a clear gel. I'm going to save some of this product. I'm not going to waste any of this right now because I'm in love with this and I don't want to run out. I'm thinking, how am I going to get my makeup off? I want to be really lazy and not have to use makeup removers before I cleanse. This is a one-step product, which I love. So it goes on clear and it turns into an oil as you're rubbing it into the skin. And that is the oil formula is what breaks down, well, impurities, makeup, anything clogging the skin. It just lifts it right off. You don't realize it as you're doing it because it's just so silky and it's not messy. It's not a messy product to work with. You apply it, I apply it dry. And the lady that I was, Cynthia suggested that you apply it dry. So that is the best way to use this product. apply dry to skin, circular motions to loosen the debris, makeup, whatever's on your skin, whatever's clogging your pores, and then you can either remove it with a cloth or a what are they called? A muslin cloth, or you can remove it just with your hands, circular motions and warm water. But I can assure you, this takes everything off. Now, I was a bit skeptical when I applied it. When I tested it on my hand in store, I was skeptical, and the reason being is I'm in a constant battle with oil in my skin. I thought I was going to be lucky, having just come off a course of Accutane, that I would get away with using products that contain oil or kind of have an oily texture to them. Now, even though there are oils in this, they're not the kind of oils that will clog the skin or make you have breakouts. It's the kind of oils that breaks down other oils. I know it sounds insane, but the oil, once you've rinsed this I'm calling it a moisturizer. Once you've rinsed this cleanser off, it takes all the oils off, but your skin feels so comfortable. It doesn't feel taut, it doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel overly dry like some of these cleansers can be for oily skin types. It just takes off what it needs to take off and then leaves your skin feeling supple and hydrated, but not oily, not by any means. Love that. We'll be buying it. Thank you, Cynthia, for that. I also did purchase one other thing while I was there at the counter, and this was also a spontaneous purchase. It is the, I don't know whether you can see this because it's quite bright, but it is the very high protection UV Essential. So this has anti-pollution actives in it and an SPF. I don't know whether they do different SPFs. I mean, in Chanel they probably do, but this is SPF 50. I go for the highest factor just because I suffer from hyperpigmentation quite a lot. So I have to take precautions. And also I do pills and use things with alpha hydroxy acids in, and they recommend that you use an SPF of at least 30 or above. So again, I have already spent not hundreds, but I would say close to that on SPFs, just because I can't ever be without. I've got SPF on my body, I've got SPF on my face. I find it very difficult to wear SPF under makeup because by the time I've applied it adequately to the skin, it does say to, I mean, the brand that I use, I'll switch between Heliocare and Garnier, and I find that it's just not drying down enough for me to apply makeup over it and be satisfied with the finished result. This product, you can apply it quite generously. A little bit goes a long way. You do get a slight halo effect as soon as you apply it, but the more you rub it into the skin, that halo effect just disappears and you're left with a very natural, light feeling complexion. You can't detect it, you can't see it, you can't feel it. So that for me is a winner. I had to invest in this, and it's outstanding for the very fact that I can use it under my Tender Chanel, under my foundation. I can wear it on its own, it's undetectable. For those of you dark skinned ladies out there, it is a ongoing battle to find SPF that doesn't leave that Casper the Friendly Ghost halo hue on your skin, and this ticks all the boxes for me. Again, it's not one of the cheapest ones you'll find on the market. You do get 30 mils, so that's 1 fluid ounce, and I believe that this is, I got a receipt in here, let's have a look. I think that was, wow, so that cost more than Soleil de Tan, and Soleil de Tan you're getting, well, it's 30 grams, there's quite a lot of product in there. You're getting £40 for 30 grams of your Tender Chanel. I bet I've mispronounced that and muddled up the words again on that, but just bear with me guys, you know what I'm trying to say. This is £40, but it is fantastic. Very economic, a little bit goes a long way, and you're not going to have that hue. The hue is an absolute no-go for me. I cannot walk around with a white halo on my face. It just doesn't work. So for that alone, and the fact that it protects you against UVA and UVB rays, and it's got the anti-pollutants in it, it's a winner for me. It definitely is a winner. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, or if you'd like to be entered into my monthly competition to win luxury high-end skincare or luxury high-end beauty, please do drop me a message for your opportunity to win. There are no limits to the amount of times you can win the competition. So if you message me every month, you could potentially win every month. All you need to do in order to be eligible for the competition and to be entered into the competition is to be an existing subscriber. So don't forget to click subscribe at the end of this video. Thank you for watching.